Sweet Science Sports.
It's the sweet one.
What's up, folks? Welcome to the Sweet Science Sports and McDojos, the sweetest sports channel of them all. This is your host, your man's BG Aloysius. How y'all doing today? Now today, it's a special Sweet Science Sports and McDojos. Cause today, I'm gonna plead the case for Evander Real Deal Holyfield. I'm gonna plead this case for him being boxing's GOAT. Alright? He is one of my favorite boxers of all time. But I do have evidence that will points towards him being the GOAT of boxing, the greatest of all time. Alright? Now y'all just ride with me. I know some of y'all might just ride with me right quick, man. Just ride with me right quick. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so let's look at Evander Holyfield. In 1984, he turned pro. Alright. 2 years later, in 1986, he won the WBA Cruiserweight title by defeating the White Kwawi. A year later, 87, he won the IBF Cruiserweight title, defeating Ricky Parkey. In 1988, he won the WBC Cruiserweight title, defeating Carlos de Leon, becoming the first ever undisputed Cruiserweight champion. Alright, so from 1984 to 1988, as he became an undisputed Cruiserweight champion. Alright, undisputed Cruiserweight champion. On top of that, he's the first one ever. Alright, he's he's the first one ever. Alright. Usyk is number 2 now because he got undisputed in the Cruiserweight. But Evander Holyfield is the very first ever undisputed Cruiserweight champion. Alright. Now let's go on, continuing on with the real deal. Alright. In 1988, he moved up to the heavyweight division, same year that he became undisputed Cruiserweight champion. Alright. By 1990, he became undisputed heavyweight champion by defeating James Buster Douglas. Alright. Becoming the first and only boxer to ever become undisputed Cruiserweight champion and undisputed heavyweight champion. Alright. He's the first and only boxer to do that. Alright. So, in less than 10 years of him turning pro, in less than 10 years, right, he became undisputed champion in the Cruiserweight division and undisputed champion in the heavyweight division in less than 10 years. He debuted in 84. He became undisputed Cruiserweight in 88. In 1990, he was undisputed heavyweight champion. If that's not a feat, that should be considered. If that's something that should not be considered for GOAT, something is wrong. From this, but I'm not even finished yet. Not even finished yet. All right, y'all just ride on with me. All right, so you know, Evander Holyfield had a long, illustrious career. He had some ups and some downs, some highs, some lows, good, bad, ugly, everything. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep on going. In 1993, he regained the IBF and the WBA heavyweight titles after losing to Riddick Bowe and then rematching Riddick Bowe, defeating him. All right. In 1996, all right, Evander Holyfield regained the WBA heavyweight title by defeating Mike Tyson. All right. In 1997, he regained the IBF heavyweight title by defeating Michael Moore, and Michael Moore beat him before, but he regained the title after rematching Michael Moore, the IBF heavyweight title. All right, and then in the year 2000, he won the vacant WBA heavyweight title, defeating John Ruiz. All right, so this is what I'm leading to now. If you look at this, Evander Holyfield is the only boxer to win the heavyweight title on 5 different occasions, surpassing Muhammad Ali's 3 title reigns. All right, so Evander Holyfield holds the record to win the most heavyweight titles. All right, on different occasions. All right, more than Ali. Not to mention that he also won the Muhammad Ali Award, I believe, in 1996 after defeating Mike Tyson. I believe. All right, but I think it was 1996, and that's something good on his resume. Also, that can present him as a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue on. So let's just look back at his career, right? Excuse me. All right, so from 86 to 88, Holyfield was a cruiserweight champion. All right, and all those years from 86 to 88, he was collecting the cruiserweight titles until he became undisputed champion. From 86 to 88, Holyfield was a cruiserweight champion. All right, from 90 to 92, Evander Holyfield was the undisputed heavyweight champion. 93 through 94, he was the WBA and the IBF heavyweight champion. 96 through 99, he was the WBA heavyweight champion. 1997 through 1999, he was the IBF heavyweight champion. All right. 2000 to 2001, he was the WBA heavyweight champion. So Evander Holyfield reigned as champion for a combined total of 9 years. You know what I'm saying? So he was champion for 9 years. Not straight, but when you put them all together. All right, as you can see, as I got put out here on this PowerPoint presentation I'm presenting y'all. So next, Evander Holyfield fought everybody. Evander Holyfield has a who's who of heavyweight boxing fighters. All right, who he has faced off against. All right, so I'm gonna start it off with James Buster Douglas, Riddick Bowe, Iron Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Michael Moore, Lennox Lewis, James Toney. All right, those are some great names. Evander Holyfield fought everybody. All right, he was not scared of nobody. He was the real deal. He was the warrior. He fought till he was 51 years old. He been a champion since the 80s. He has a who's list of the 90s under his belt. Win, lose, or draw. He backed down from nobody. Back down from nobody. Alright, so let's recap Evander Holyfield's whole career. Let's look at his accolades. Let's look at his accolades for Evander Holyfield's case for GOAT. Alright, so it took Evander Holyfield 4 years from his pro debut to become the first undisputed cruiserweight champion. Alright? And then it took Holyfield 2 years from his heavyweight debut to become the undisputed heavyweight champion. Alright? So 6 years he became an undisputed cruiserweight champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion. Alright? And he's the only boxer in history to become both undisputed cruiserweight champion and undisputed heavyweight champion. The only one. Alright? He's the only boxer to win the heavyweight title 5 times. Alright? The only one. Alright? Evander Holyfield fought everyone. And he was a champion in the 80s, the 90s, and the very beginning of the 2000s. If that's not GOAT material, I do not know what else is. For real. So, for me, the case for Evander Holyfield being the GOAT of boxing, I say case is closed. Alright? I have all the proof right here that he should be in the lineup, at least in the mentioning of GOAT from the things that he have done. He was never big heavyweight. Alright? He came into boxing and he did his thing. He stayed too long like Ali. He stayed too long. But he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of things that other people could not do. He beats Ali record for most title wins and everything. He's the only one that was undisputed in cruiserweight and heavyweight. You know, that's something special. And that should be put up for consideration for the greatest of all time. Alright, he should be up there. He should be considered. His name should not even his name should always be mentioned in the GOAT argument. To me. So if he's been a champion since 1984 to 2001. Come on, man. He was champion for half of the 80s, a little bit of the 80s, middle end of the 80s. And he was champion for majority of the damn 90s. And he was champion for the first year in the 2000s. Alright? Fought everybody. Never backed down. Kept a belt. Yeah, he may have had a year or two without one, but he always has a belt. He always had a belt. Majority of the time. And right there, my friends, is the reason why I say Evander Holyfield is the GOAT, and why I say this case is now fucking closed. Alright? I thank you all very much for tuning in to this very special edition of the Sweet Science Sports cold case investigation for who is the GOAT. And I put up Evander Holyfield, man. Y'all take it easy, man. This is Sweet Science Sports McDojos, the sweetest sports channel of them all. This is your man's BG Aloysius. And y'all just do one thing for me. Y'all just keep banging. And also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, speak, believe it, and receive it. Y'all take it easy. One love. Till next time. Ding, ding, motherfuckers.